Hello and welcome back to Outbound Plays. My name is Adara, and in each episode I walk you through one creative outbound idea and how to completely automate it from start to finish. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can create a custom AI agent that listens for when accounts in your target account list have a security breach or security incident so that you can use that event to reach out and offer your services. The platform that we're going to be using for this entire end-to-end flow is Unify. Unify is where we're going to define our AI agent, define the personas that we reach out to, and then automate sending them the sequences as soon as that agent picks up a newsworthy security incident. Let me show you how to set this up. The first thing we're going to do is define our AI agent. Click on the Agents tab on the left-hand side here, and then New Agent in the upper right-hand corner. Let's give this agent a name. We're going to run this on a company record type, and then we're going to ask the agent, was there a recent security breach or a recent security incident in the news? Return true or false. And we'll also want the name of that incident. Perfect. So that's all we need to define our AI agent. We have a name, what record type it runs on, some general guidance. The question, was there a recent security breach or incident in the news, returns true or false, as well as what's the name of the incident, returns as text, so that we can use this in our messaging. Let's test this agent out by running it on an example company that was in the news for this. The agent finished running, and we can see here that it went to the internet, ran this search, found relevant information, and returned true, and also gave this incident a name. This is working as expected, so let's go ahead and click Create. Now we'll want to define the persona that we'll want to prospect for at our target accounts to reach out to with relevant messaging. To define our personas, click Personas here. For this example, let's say we're selling a solution for heads of securities. I already created this persona for a previous tutorial, but we can see here that there's a head of security persona and that some of the job titles include head of security, chief security officer, cybersecurity program manager, etc., and that it excluded physical security. So we're going to use this persona in our play. The next thing we'll want to do is have a sequence written out that's going to be the messaging that we'll use to reach out to these heads of securities. If we click on our sequencing tab on the left-hand side here, I already have this sequence prepared. This is the sequence that we're going to use to reach out to them. Now we're going to bring everything together in a play. A play is how we automate this entire motion. Click on the Plays tab on the left-hand side, and then click New Play in the upper right-hand corner. Let's create this play from scratch. And let's call this the security incident play. For the security incident play, the first node we see on our canvas is a trigger node, and this is what sets off the automation. Let's set off this trigger to fire on a territory or an account list. I'm going to click when record enters audience, and for now, let's just fire it off on my territory. Next, we'll want to run our AI agent on this territory to listen for when this newsworthy event occurs. Let's find our agent here and connect it to the agent that we just created. We'll mark a company as qualified if there was a recent security incident. Perfect. We're not going to use the text response here, but in our sequence, we can reference it when we're reaching out in the first line of the email saying, hi, reaching out because I saw that there was this recent incident. I actually have a solution for you. Now that this agent is going to listen and qualify companies, the next thing we'll want to do is prospect for the heads of security at these qualified companies. To do this, we're going to drag and drop our prospecting node. Let's say we want to reach out to 3 different folks that have that title, and then we'll connect our head of security persona here. Finally, after this node prospects for 3 people, we'll want to loop through each one of them one by one and then route them into the right sequence. Here is where we route by persona. We'll want to take our heads of security personas, route them through this mailbox and into the heads of security sequence. Last but not least, let's set this to recur. To do this, click on the settings in the upper right-hand corner, turn on Allow Play to rerun on the same record. Let's have this rerun on the same record after 30 days. Click Save, and there you have it. In just a few minutes, we defined an AI agent that listens for when companies have a security incident. We automatically prospected for our heads of security and routed them into the right sequence that references that incident for us to provide them with solutions when the time is right. I hope this was helpful for giving you an idea of how you can program an AI agent to listen for newsworthy events in your account list or territory that you can then action on automatically. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video.